Is the Trump administration against Trump? That is what the Venezuelan president Nicolás Maduro warned Donald Trump about. And instead of keeping anonymous, he took names such as Marco Rubio. This makes us wonder, what is even going on? Maduro's words strike at the heart of America's current chaos. Rumors have already been swirling about Trump's health, even whispers of his death. Those turned out to be false, but they reveal cracks inside the White House, power struggles, infighting, and dangerous instability. And in the middle of that storm, the Trump administration has now set its sights on Venezuela. On Tuesday, Donald Trump announced that the US military attacked a boat in the southern Caribbean, killing 11 people. He claimed it was carrying drugs from Venezuela, but here's the catch: no evidence was ever shown. At the same time, the Pentagon quietly deployed warships to the region after Trump secretly authorized the use of military force in Latin America under the banner of the so-called war on drugs. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? No evidence, but plenty of military muscle. Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro didn't stay quiet. On Monday, he issued a fiery warning directly to Trump. Mr. President Donald Trump, you must be careful, because Marco Rubio wants to stain your hands with blood, South American, Caribbean, Venezuelan blood. They want to drag you into a bloodbath to tarnish the Trump name forever with a massacre against the Venezuelan people. This would be a full-scale continental war. Powerful words. And when you look at the situation on the ground, Maduro might not be exaggerating. Venezuela's collapse isn't just about corruption or mismanagement. Let's be clear, US-led sanctions have played a massive role. These sanctions are some of the harshest in modern history, blocking access to food, medicine, trade, and even fuel. They've weaponized hunger, turning ordinary Venezuelans into victims. And now Trump has raised the stakes even higher. He announced a $50 million bounty on Maduro, branding him a narco-terrorist. That's not diplomacy. That's an open invitation for conflict. And if that wasn't enough, US warships are now patrolling dangerously close to Venezuelan waters. But here's the question no one in Washington seems to be asking: do Americans even want this? For the past 25 years, the US has been stuck in endless wars. Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya, Syria, trillions spent, thousands of lives lost. And for what? Today, the American people are tired. They don't want another war, especially not one in Latin America, in America's own backyard. Yet, inside the White House, the hawks are circling. Figures within the Trump administration are creating hurdles for Trump, pushing for conflict, while ordinary Americans are just done with war. And let's not forget, Venezuela isn't alone. Russia, China, and Cuba back Maduro. If the US escalates militarily, this isn't just about Caracas. This could spiral into a proxy war, drawing in major powers and destabilizing the entire continent. Think about that. While Washington deals with internal chaos, rumors, and power struggles, it could ignite a full-scale continental crisis. So here's the bottom line. Is this really about drugs and democracy? Or is it just another chapter in America's long history of internal conflicts and resource politics? For Venezuelans, it's about survival. For Americans, it's about avoiding yet another costly, endless war. And for the world, it's about whether the Caribbean becomes the next flashpoint in global conflict. The war clouds are building. The only question is, will they break?